Hello and welcome to our brand new campaign of Songs of Syx with the version 71.71, which is all about family, laws, justice, and slavery or internships, I guess as we like to call them. We're going to be trying to play as a evil city in this one. I want to kind of build a dark fortress, I've been listening to a lot of hexcore music lately. And so I want to try to build a homogenous city that has all the different races in it, but one that is definitely on the more evil side, the more tyrannical side, something that plays with the new systems a lot. In our last campaign for version 70, we played as an all-amoebus medieval city, which was a ton of fun and went really well, but I want to go for something different today. So I don't want a campaign. I want a random game. They have a bunch of new stuff added, including different scenarios and stuff now, like a casual mode, despot, which is just the standard difficulty. I guess probably what we're playing on. Merchant Prince, Warlord. Your subjects are used to hardship. You can develop more regions, but also attract stronger raiders. Oh, that's very cool. I think let's just play on the regular old despot standard difficulty. And build us up a brand new world. We are going to start as humans. Last time we played as amoebans. This time I figured let's go humans. But the idea being is that I kind of want to have a little bit of everybody. And ideally, I'd love to build little micro cities so that all of our different people can kind of live in their own neighborhoods, but have to come together in order to kind of get the goods and get into the nice part of the city. Humans, regarded as the final creation of the Astari, possessing free will, flexible mind, ancient men, immortal, but sided with the Armenian in the Second War of the Gods, punished with mortality. They make good researchers and administrators. They're also fairly good at farming. They like bread, meat, mushrooms, and eggs. Bread, obviously, a very good one. We never really got bread off the ground in our last campaign, but I feel like that could be it. Our ruler's name will be some version of Turg. And our faction name, probably something of the same. Do we want to mess too much with the banner? I feel like we should be something a little more evil. This is just our old channel colors, which I guess is fine. I suppose we could just go with this. I don't know how much decorating I want to do in this. It feels like a lot of goofing about. Oh, we can get torn banners, though, which do look pretty cool. What are we? A music note, maybe? A sword? You know what? We could make like a pretty easy little pixel art sword here. It does feel like. It's not very fancy, but maybe a little pixel art claymore. There we go. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. That'll be our banner. A big sword to say we are evil. Or, you know what? Even better idea would be, if we're going to be evil, if we're going to be this low-income barony, why don't we make a skull? I feel like we could do that with relative ease. Nothing ever even in any game I play. Is this what a skull looks like? How do I make this look so bad? It kind of looks like a Space Invader, doesn't it? Yeah, it totally does. Goodness gracious. This is the problem, is it's too big. I can't there's no way to get the right sizings on anything. And I guess it has no nose holes right now. That kind of works. But it really doesn't look good. Every version looks terrible. All right, I gotta stop spending so much time on this. Everything I do makes it look worse. Should it be a white skull? On a red background? Ooh, that's pretty dark though. It just looks like a funny ghost. Who said it had to be a human skull? Exactly. Okay, that's gonna be our banner. That's gonna be our banner. We have any fun faction name ideas? Stubby? I actually kind of like the idea of Stubby as our ruler name. Stubby the Skull. Stubby the Skull Lord. SOS skulls are just different, right? Yeah, exactly, right? Songs of Syx, 7? Get out of here. And the faction name will just be we'll just be called like the Dark Fortress, I think, because that's the idea. That's the idea of the campaign. Let's confirm it. We do have a couple of titles. Each race will make its boost more potent, gained by freeing many slaves. See, we're going to be the opposite of that. Government points. Ah, I see. Okay, so we get bonuses because we've unlocked a bunch of these with the Amebans, so those would be the ones that we'd want to take. Increased lifespans, increased administration, government points, increased loyalty. Formation bonuses. I feel like there's also a bunch of these that we could just take to say like, oh yeah, slaver, submission. That's one of the ones we want to do. The Merciful gives loyalty boosts, gives administration and government points. Let's take Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. First to their name, lifespan. Artisan gives us a little boost to crafting. And, okay. Heaviest of hands, lawfulness. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Merciless, submission. We'll also take that one. This will help us get some slaves in check. We'll do a random seed and see how it turns out. We might have to make a few worlds before we really get what we want. This is a pretty big ocean. I gotta say, I don't love this one. This one feels a little more reasonable. We have some oceans. We have this cool mountain pass here, which is like, it's kind of difficult to get to the north without going through this mountain pass. Near the Ocean of Erlago. Now the real question is, can we actually find what we want? That is also got mountain pass that goes all the way through. I think it's actually, it is actually impossible to get anywhere without going through this mountain pass. All right, I low-key love that. So maybe we try to set up as like control of the mountain pass. There is this little mountain here near the water that's got a little of everything. If we wanted to do something like that, that wouldn't be a terrible spot. We could also like set up, say, here. Oh, this has really good everything. This is like 100% of everything. High moisture, fresh water, mountains, open land. The only thing we don't really get is war beast pastures, which is fine because we ran knights in the last campaign. I don't even know that I'm going to run knights in this campaign, so we get a lake or sort of a river that wraps around us, and then mountains to the south. TBH, I think this is perfect. Wow, we have villages right next to us. Maybe problematically too many villages next to us. I have trade with one faction. That's it. Can I just regenerate that? You want to generally be able to trade with more than one person. Here I have trade with 2. A bug people and a lizard people. I think? Actually, no, I think just the bug people. Maybe I can't get trade because of the river. Free lands of humans just over here. That's a huge, huge human capital. Cool. I'm going to try regenerating this again. See if we can get... Yeah, there we go. Now we're the intersection. That's much better. So now that's like we have trade there and there. 1.9, 1.3. Some humans to the east. These are now like not as major cities as well, which means they'd be a little bit easier to conquer, potentially. I feel like we could do 2 trades. I think the one thing we're going to be missing is trees, which is potentially rough, but I guess we are on a mountain, so we do have access to stone. It's really nice if you can have free factions next to you, because that actually gives you something to conquer. So, you know what? We'll just try a couple more. Big bug people and elves. I don't love that one anymore. This one we're going to be cut off because somebody else is on the river. That's cool that it's like these people are on the river, so like they form the bridge. All right, we'll go with 2. If I can get 2 trades, that's fine. But ideally of different species. And not a massive bug city. Interesting. This is trade only with 1 city, but it's very small. And that's free lands, and that's free lands, and that's free lands. And those are free lands? Dudes, I'm going to take this. I am going to take this for sure. What's really nice about this is these are bug people too, so they're like the perfect faction to put into an internship. Because we can just make them live in the mountains. We're in. To be rich is to be content with what one has. Nope, that's not going to be us. So. Yes, interesting. We even have a little road that comes into our city. So we got lots of nice stone and coal. We got metal, gems, stone. This is a great little spot down here. Even access to, wow, this is like all the metal industries we could possibly ask for in this little cave. I think that's probably what it's going to be, is we're going to end up setting up like somewhere around here. What do we have? Dangerous beasts. We've got a couple of farmable beasts. Clay is probably going to be the most difficult thing for us to get. I mean, looking at the way that this ocean wraps around also to here, it's like there's a single wall. So I think we're going to end up probably around here. It is hard to say how the terrain really is in favor for us, but I think we can make it work. Not a lot of trees. Are you trees? No, you're more mountains. Okay, so we have no choice, basically. We have to go digging for stone. I think for right now, we're going to place right about here. Can we turn on map filters right now? Super screenshot overlays. Ah, yes, here we go. So some things we want to look for are like, you know, we have our fresh water. Yes. Freshwater, good. Moisture. Generally where you want to be farming. There are some pockets over here we could work with. In terms of foundation. Yeah, this is an excellent spot for us to build up around. Lots of good soil. Pretty much as long as we don't farm up around there. Okay. I think for right now, we're actually going to set up kind of right about here. That's going to be our little throne room. This is where we'll start. We'll try to get some bread and everything. I'm very excited for this as well because we've gotten new changes to the tech system. Technology. They completely reworked the tech tree and made it so much nicer looking. And there's all sorts of great options. Caravans, accounting. We actually have a little bit of administration points. Deflation, safety, proximity. They've also switched the way that tech is given out. Our administration points basically allow us to just conquer things. They're about how you run outside areas. Now, all right. How play? It's been a while. Let's cut down some trees. What few trees there are. And get all of our basics set up. We're gonna need a little bit of wood cutting eventually, but I think to start off, we're gonna just want all the basics. All the basics, he says. Like a hearth and a well. I'm gonna try not to panic too much about our like starting layout, because I feel like the city will change a fair bit after that. So we'll just start up with you. A great question for me is actually, what are the fulfillment things of humans? Because I'm so used to playing Amevans, I can't remember who needs what. They want natural propagation. They want to be able to make babies. They want to be native. They don't want too many former slaves in the colony, I guess, but they do want some slaves. Equality. They want clothing. They like tourists. They like jewelry. They want to be employed, retired. Yes, they like furniture. All types of foods. They're really big on hearths, stages, food stalls, wells, markets, poop rooms, hospitals. This is not the best way to see these guys. Humans, here we go. This is what they like. They like bread, they like meat, they like mushrooms. Okay, so we could grow mushrooms in the caves as well. And we have a lot of Garthemi around, so they're probably the other thing we want to start looking for. They do like stone buildings, which is very convenient, because that's kind of the only thing we're going to be able to build. And they like paved roads. Okay, so actually not having trees is not the worst. They really like clothing. And they really like furniture. Okay. And you guys really like living in mountains. You're okay with stone buildings. You like eating meat and fish. So I'm going to say that meat, probably our primary resource here. Meat and stone. And yeah, unfortunately, your furniture requirements are not the same. But that's okay. So that's what we'll look at. Does Songs of Syx have name redeems? I believe you can rename citizens, yeah. You know, I might be wrong. Rename subject. Yeah, you can rename subjects. And now, subjects have family trees. None of our current subjects do because we just started. But subjects will actually create family trees over time now, which is a very exciting and fun thing. How big a well do I want here? I guess we might as well just go hard right now to start. I was thinking about building our city in a bit more of a self-sustained system. So kind of building like hab blocks in a weird way is, I guess, how I would describe it. We're going to start up just the basic city as is, as we, you know, want to get ourselves... We want to get ourselves just like figured out to start. These guys want to go like... No, it's normally like... Well, I guess it's like that. Trying to remember all of my controls and everything else here. 8x4. And then like that and like that. And then you're the food stall, the market. Can go there. Same deal. Except I put it on the wrong spot. I gotta have some symmetry or I'm gonna go crazy. Even if it is the temporary part of the city. You know, there's got to be a little bit of symmetry to get started. Who are we going to pray to? Praetor? No. Shalimar? Shalimar is the bug god. And I'm pretty sure that if we want big bugs, and I cannot lie, we have to pray to Shalmor. Now, that's something I didn't look for, were the unique monsters on the map, and I can never remember how to find them. There we go. That's what they look like. Do we have any over by us? It's probably not hot enough here. I didn't look for where any of the unique races are. The special unique races, so that's okay. All right, you want some names in here. Jareth of the Friend Slayer family. We'll put in Shroom of the Muncher family. Still yet to get a big enough city to unlock research. It comes pretty quickly, and it does. It is a bit better now with the new updates. All right, so we are still going to need carpenters, which also means we're probably going to want trees. And I feel like if we're building trees, it's going to be somewhere kind of up along the river. So I'm going to try to keep you simple. Simple-ish. %, 100%. You gotta be that big, hey? You want to be that big, hey? That's not going to be big enough. What if that big? Now I can have big storage. Can I? No, I can't. But I can have reasonably sized storage. Well, I could just do that then. We'll say, what are you made out of right now? Mud? Yeah, that's the way to do this. And then we'll have doorways here, here, and here. Now, obviously, we don't have, like, any of the supplies we need to build this furniture base, but it's going to be about what we can start doing. The other thing that I'm always slow at getting up and running is a hunter. Which are really, really useful because they just run off the map, and we're not far from the edge of the map. So I actually feel like that's a pretty good choice for us. $75. $85. Doing me dirty. That's 100. That's 90. Okay, well, that works then. You can only have... I think you can only have 5 hunters? The production of hunters may vary due to luck, having more than 15 of them. Oh, okay, wow, you can... They really juiced that number. Well, we'll start with 4, because we really don't have that many people anyway. And then at least we have some food coming in. And I think for right now, we're just going to be gathering food probably from places like these peacocks. These back to crawlers. We have war horses here. I don't know what these guys are, but I think they are... highly aggressive. Deadly fast killing machine. Huge omnivore that can run down other known grounded animals. Yeah, probably not the best thing to be right next to, but you know what? That's life. We can forage all these mushrooms and all those mushrooms. That grain would also probably be good, but not really until we start getting bread, I guess, right? Can't just eat wild grain. What are we missing? We're missing a janitor, and then I think we're good to go. I guess there's nowhere to poop right now either. Warehouse. Oh my god, we're missing a warehouse. Probably most importantly of all. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 past. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do we feel about that? I feel pretty good about that. It's a bit nonsense, but I feel like it's the right amount of nonsense. I think I'm overbuilding to start us off, but honestly, it's all kind of needed right away. Let's wait on the rest. All right, we're unpausing. Everybody off to work. You got auto modded? RIP. You had a redeem from yesterday? I can pull that one up if you want to transfer that one over. Gobelina the Groveler. Gobelina Groveler. I did not spell that right. Gobolina. Here we go. Our first citizens. Ready to boogie. Bread's for nerd. True Sixers grind grain with your teeth. I think True Sixers just eat the other people. Cannibalism is a pretty popular choice. Now, can I prioritize? Oh, search function. I feel like that's new, but maybe that's just me. We are gonna have to figure out what decorations our guys want as well. And do humans like things round or square? Roundness. They don't like round, or I should say they don't care about things being round. Do they care about squareness? No, they don't care at all. That's fantastic. Garamethes, do you guys care about things being round? They slightly prefer round. Just ever so itty-bittiness. Yeah, and you guys are religious agnostic. You guys actually prefer whoever this guy is. What is that religion? Aminian. A fallen one, Lord of Chaos, nemesis of the Asteres. Promotes a submission and requires human sacrifice. Oh, well, that feels like us. Oh, yeah, for sure, dudes. Aminian was once kind and just, then ruled the Asteria alongside Athuri, being the strongest among them. It is said he stumbled upon the corpse of Aemon Astra and drank her blood. The poison Aminian then was bent towards chaos and destruction, where the Asteris sowed seeds of life. He plucked it out and poisoned the world. This later escalated into the War of the Astari, where Aminian used beasts of pure hate and despair to lay waste upon Syx until he was finally imprisoned with the rest of them. He was then set free by man with the promise of granting them immortality, and the War of Doom commenced. It is known that he was finally slain, his body cut up into 8 pieces and scattered throughout Syx to prevent resurrection. It's been prophesied that he shall return and bring with him eternal darkness. Until then, his followers worship and sustain his spirit, believing he will grant them everlasting life and health upon his return. Well, okay, we have our religion. That's a pretty obvious one. Doc, hello. We are playing evil. We are planning to basically be an evil faction. Realizing I'm probably gonna have to move our chat somewhere better. How does that feel? I feel like you guys are not necessarily in the way over there. You're definitely less in the way when we look at stuff, so we're gonna go with that. Okay. So we can let our little dudes build. All this needs building. And I suppose we're also gonna need more housing. There are Dondorians willing to immigrate, and there are also Talapas. Alongside some Garamethes. How does everybody get along with everybody else? We actually don't like elves. The Dondorians don't like bugs. Bugs don't like anybody. Except for Amevans. Amevans actually don't like anybody. So I feel like Amevas are going to be our primary internships. Cantors are the giant people, I think. Bretonans are the pig people. They actually don't like humans. Interesting. Interesting. Dondorans we could get along with pretty well. Wow, man. Everybody hates everybody in this world. Who gets along with humans? Dondorans do. And Arganesh. Oh, these are the giant bug people. I guess Cantors kind of get along with humans. They don't just hate their guts. So maybe we're going to be like humans and dwarves primarily, and then the other factions are going to be our enslaved factions. Talapis could be archers. Garamithis, sort of our shock soldiers. Send them into the mines. Amoebas could be like fisher people. And ranchers. They could live along the lakes. Oh yeah, so we could have like a Dondoran colony here, a Garamithi colony down here, an Amoeban colony up here. The humans would sort of live in the center. So like, this would be the bulk of our colony. Alright. And the pig people could live up here. Oh yeah, that would be sick, dudes. I love the look of this. This could work really well. Excel at mining, enjoy refinement, and are sturdy in battle. To be accepted, 10. I mean, we are low on houses, and the only way we're going to get those houses is by mining and digging up stone. So, I'm going to say, let's accept 10 of these guys right now. And yes, obviously, we will need to start working on some mines. Dig into mountain. So, I mean, I want to dig right into here. I feel like this is kind of the natural path down into where I want them. So why don't we plan a simple path? Advisor, loyalty. Loyalty is decreasing. Yes, I imagine it is because nobody has any homes. And then we'll start building like some housing complexes down here. Let's just say... You know me, like I can't ever do anything in a simple way. Is there just a brush? Line, ellipse, hollow hexagon, hollow hexagon. Is it control that you press to do this? Alt, shift. There is a way to make it so you can just draw freehand. And I can never remember the hotkey for it. Okay, shift is delete. We'll try to build them some housing. So that way they can have something in here. Housing does have to be of certain sizes, right? Yes. Apartment, house. Longhouse. So that could be a house. That could probably dig into a longhouse. Oh, man. Oh, it's going to be tricky having to do this the right way. So a house is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 3. And then that's 5 by 6. Noted. Noted. That'll give them a few homes here. You know what? Maybe we'll just do it like this. Maybe we'll keep them connected a little bit. For right now. So hopefully those Dondorians can figure out how to get down there and start doing some digging. I am concerned about like just how much poor amounts of wood we have, but I guess right now we're making everything out of garbage anyway, so I shouldn't panic too much about it. We'll build homes on this side of the world. I like making these awful monstrosities that drive people crazy because I'm a lunatic. But that's just my vibe. So, struggle with mine in your last one because your genders were too far from it, so they just degraded. Yeah. Yeah, you do gotta kind of... It's a bit of a struggle to keep everything up, right? This is why it can be a little bit tricky. You hit a certain point where you start having to get into the logistics game, which is fun, but it is its own challenge as well. I don't think we're ever going to immigrate humans, which is tricky. Which is going to be a little bit complicated. But I guess everybody's at least building right now. Get us some houses. I don't have a janitor set up yet either, which is going to be pretty important. In fact, I think I'll probably just queue him up off of sort of the opposite of those hunters. Where are you, janitor? Right, and that's obviously a different size as well, so 3, 1, 2, 3. So if we do that, we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then that would go here. It's a little too big, but one, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we'll try that. 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I'm damn sure that this is way too much space for the janitors to have, but maybe it's not. Maybe that's actually just enough. That's 10 janitors, which is like, is a bit of an absurd amount, but what do we do like there and there? Obviously, we won't need that many janitors. He says obviously, as if it is obvious. It's not. We'll get the vibe of the city figured out. That just needs construction, and the warehouse can start getting up. You need stone, and you need wood. You need furniture. So hopefully, once this stuff is built, they can start sending out guys to dig. Having some homes will make a pretty big difference. I guess we have like one home almost built. Let them cook. I can't wait for this random little saber-toothed tiger to just start eating our people. Malfarth Strongler. Someone's gonna get devoured by that. There's no question about it. Yay! One home. 2 home. Some oddly shaped homes right now, but they're getting themselves figured out. Housing. Excellent. Okay, everybody's got a home. In fact, we have room for more homes. And the warehouse is also almost done, 96%. We have a food stall where people have meat and apples and vegetables. One extra house for everybody now, too. Okay. So, definitely we're gonna need more trees. Definitely, we're gonna need more trees. That's gonna be a never-ending job. Interesting that the humans are all like, yep, let's go get all of that. We do have someone digging out the mountain. Okay, that's good. This is kind of funny right now because only one person can do it at a time. And ironically enough, it's the humans that have decided to do it, so. Allow buildings such as fences to visually try to match their tiles to the roads around them. Oh, cool. We are also gonna just need to start building some roads. Just so things can run smoothly. And people can get around the colony. At the very least. You know what I mean? That one guy gets an entrance to his apartment. Nobody else. Back, what did I miss? Just the setup. We're just getting some basic little bits of the town set up right now, so. True reason you need to build roads is so the populace can sing on the road again. Well, they're going places that they've never been. Resources. You need apples. You need mushrooms. You need vegetables. You need meat. You definitely need wood. You definitely need stone blocks. You need furniture. I feel like at the moment that's all we're making. I guess egg. In case we get egg. You have livestock rations as well. Okay, so we can add in livestock and rations. Rations, livestock. Try to get everything out of the throne room here. Y'all are working on your diggy hole. I'd be curious how big this quarry is, because that's obviously going to be a major impactor. And honestly, I do also think we're going to want a road. Just straight down there. Nice and easy breezy. Okay, we don't have any place to poop. Which the people demand pooping. Let my people poop. That's what they say. That's going to be way too big for a bathroom. Supreme overkill right now on this bathroom. Basins. That is enough basins, is it? Interesting. I don't think it would be. Well, we can go a little overkill on the basins. Why not? That does kill insulation. Boop, 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 boop. You know what? I'd rather it not. Oh my goodness. I keep forgetting the way that all the different redos work. Not doors. Too many controls. I would like to, there we go, just build more here. Cut off that so we can keep a roadway. I suppose we could just do it like this. Does that fit in more? I guess it's really the same amount. Honestly. Earnestly. There we go. And then roads that way and that way. Just gonna have little roads that go into your homes. I think. I hope. That doesn't screw it all up. Yeah, we need a lot of wood for this carpenter. I mean, I feel like we've got a lot of wood chopped. We just got to start bringing it back, so. Perhaps patience is my key here. Yeah, because we're building a lot of different stuff. Elves used as cute anime waifus. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly how I would describe them, but they certainly will be put to use in the colony eventually. So I'm thinking we could probably put like a temple here. Perhaps. And then some sort of similar something over here. Feels like there's more space on that side than this side. Eight. 7. How did I pull that off? Ah, because there's 3, but there's only actually 2 on that side. Oh, well. It's like a real town. Real towns aren't perfectly symmetrical, only in, like, America. And that's not a real place, so... So we have, what, 15 days worth of food. We've got houses, we've got people. Let's get another 5 humans. And I'll take another 4 dwarves. That cut our food down pretty significantly, but... Okay, everybody's like willing to move in right now, which is good. We are starting to get more regular populations. You got guys bringing in all the wood. We can store up to 80 wood here, so that's good. These are just regular stone blocks, right? Yeah, nothing fancy. Once they dig into here, it'll be a little bit simpler. I hope. In terms of, like, how many people are going down. I guess the next thing we should start talking about is food. Aurochs make us a lot of meat. And humans are pretty good at working them. Back to crawlers just make us meat. Meat and livestock. But I'm pretty sure only Garamithi can do them. Andalons make us a ton of meat. Elves are good at them. Humans are okay. And then the Onxes make us meat and cotton. Ooh. That would give us access to clothing. Okay, so I think maybe we want to raise Onx. And we're going to want to raise that probably up there. Who did I say the elves are good at it? Humans are good. Amoebas are like okay. Amoebas are good at Globdians. Andalons. Okay, so it's really just that, like, the elves are good at pastures. That's sort of their thing. I haven't decided where the elves were going to live. We said, like, the Amoebans up here. And then the pigs probably up here. I guess the elves could just kind of live in the middle and we could set up forest around them. If we wanted that to be that way. Aren't we skeletons? Do we need to eat? No, we're humans right now. We're not. We haven't ascended into skeletonhood. All right, these guys are bringing in brick. What they're not doing is bringing over the wood, which is kind of foolish because the stockpiles are actually full right now. Which is unobtainable in your city. Stone can be obtained by manually clearing rocks on the ground. Oh, yeah. Clear rock. I forgot that you can just do that. We don't yet have access to rock, but we could very easily. Obviously, there's a ton of rock around the mountains as well, so. Gonna need some more homes. So I'm gonna start up with them. And just connect some pathways around here as well. And then, yeah, so my question is like, what do humans need in terms of like torches, lights? Do they like, what do they like? They like sculptures, shrines. They like torches quite a lot. So torches, statues. God, I wish there was an easy way to Oh yeah, maybe if we just look down here. No, this is job work. Civic? Just wanted to see what kind of okay, they like benches. This is the easiest way to do it. Death monument. Reminds subjects of their mortality. Nature. Okay, they like trees. Sculptures, they like. The Dondorians like that as well, but they're very expensive. Torches, everybody likes. And benches are just appreciated. So torches are probably a good idea. We're going to want some of these. Oot and a boot. Where exactly is up for debate? Let's say like there and there. We'll go here and here. Here and there. And then maybe one down here. I won't worry too much about that one yet. Hi, Mona. Little kitty cat visit. It's the kitty cat visiting hour. Just got a call from your healthcare company. Wanted you to verify your pill. Was upset when I said I don't give your PII out to people who call me. Yeah, that's the correct answer. You should generally never give that kind of stuff over the phone. There's a hidden spell in Age of Wonder that turns every province into grassland and woods and doubles your yield on grasslands. Yeah. The hidden spells in the new Age of Wonders expansion are very, very powerful. They're all very strong. Build a self-shooting gun turret. Might be a little bit more difficult to do. All right, nice. Our woodcutter is up and running, so now we can start making furniture. And with furniture, we can start making all the other things that we're missing, including hunters for a regular source of food. Hey, Momo. What are you doing today, sleepyhead? Actually, you look full of life today. Have you been running around like a maniac this morning? She says, yeah. I've been beating up my sister. I've been trying to eat all her food. I've been being the big cheese pig of the house. Say hi to chat, Moni. Say meow meow meow. My name is Mona. Oh, hiccup. All right, I'll put you down. All right, they'll put you down. So, how many guys we got working in here? 17. That seems like probably too many. Needed employers, odd jobbers. 10 odd jobbers right now. That feels more on the nose. Will be blocked by other tiles. Can I not do that? The exit needs to be that way? I don't think that's true. Oh, wait. No, I see the problem here. Cancel that job. Trying to refill in the mountain to make that work. That might not work. I might have to learn how to dig into mountains better. Unavailable wood. Ah. Yep. You're not wrong, fellas. That wood is unavailable. So, I'm going to need a woodcutter. Oh, they're so expensive to build. And the moisture here is kind of bad. Moisture here everywhere is kind of bad, though. Moisture 84%. So I guess we would just do that, and then we would add a few logging cuts. No, we only need one. Well, that's super cheap. That's actually not too bad for a woodcutter. All right, I'm going to let them clear that. It shouldn't interfere with these peacocks. And it should provide us some renewable wood. Not a ton, but a little bit. At least that's the hope. All of this stuff has to grow and expand and just get bigger and bigger as time goes on, but nothing ever quick. Nothing quick, nothing easy. That's the rules. Yeah, so they use 11 wood a day. Brawling! 2 of your subjects have started a brawl. In this world, some species have an instinctual dislike for one another. As your ruler, it's up to you to prevent them from starting fights with each other in brawls, often leading to deaths. A subject has their personal sanctuary in the vicinity of their homes. The sanctuary should not be intruded upon by species that they dislike. Make sure that your homes you place down are a bit secluded away from trafficked areas. And have some personal space by the entrances. There's no other type of subject, but the residents themselves have any business visiting. 10 tiles from the house opening is a safe bet. Dude, that is new. Oh my god. So one of the dwarves in our city just got beat to death. Crypt, graveyard, mass grave. Well, I think mass grave is currently our only option. Which, you know, not the most ideal, but we could take it. How about right here? Just a little off the beaten path. Yeet a few bodies in there. Jokum, hello. Welcome on in. So that needs furniture. And the furniture needs wood. And the wood is starting to get collected. But it's also going into all the torches at the moment. But that's okay. We should be collecting enough wood here that we can get everything up and running. Then I guess the question will be, like, how much will a woodcutter cut if the woodcutter could cut wood? Will it be 11.47 a day? Or ideally, will it be more than that? All right, so now we have a couple of torches around the city. 10 squares from an entrance. Dude, that is... So you with this new update, you really got to actually keep your houses sort of away from major locations. Which is tricky, to say the least. What got built? My mass grave got built. Great. So they yeeted a corpse in there. They're grabbing the rest of the stone that's around. Stockpiling it back up. I have basically no food right now. Let's hunt those birds. Let's hunt that back to crawler. If it's still alive. You guys are already set to forage all of that. There's probably some pigs up there. There is very good. This is a lot of huntable food. Over here. The only problem being is that it's quite far from us. Country road. I'm curious, like, would it be worth connecting up to the country road? Or do we just have to, like, rebuild that country road to make it actually any good? Tap, tap. Build a few more road bits here. Some road bits here. Road. Into everybody's houses. Great. Okay. Oh, now you guys are using like 25 wood. Okay. Well, they're humming along. Getting the carpenter up and running is kind of just like one of the most important early things. I really think... Yeah, we are not going to have enough wood for quite a while. So I think I'm just going to start chopping wood like crazy. Any wood that's even remotely close has to get hauled back in. That's got to be like the main job of our odd jobbers right now. Getting wood and pulling it. Because if we don't get these hunters up, we're going to have a hard time eating. Oh, I see. We don't have food in the warehouse, but we do have a bunch of food actually in the food stalls. So we're not really close to dying. Now we also have access to a market as well, which is good. So they're going to stock some leather. And I suppose they'll also start stocking furniture eventually so that they can put stuff in their homes. What do you guys have for... where is this? Services? Furniture. Wood. Pottery. Furniture. Fabric. Jewelry. And the Dondorians like stone. Wood. Fancy stone. Fabric. Gems. And furniture. Alright. Nice. Okay, our hunter is now up and running and produces 10 meat a day. That's excellent. Our janitor is also up and running. Live in West Virginia. The song is our theme song of Country Roads. Yep. Might just be one of America's theme songs. Truth. People from Alabama randomly break into Sweet Home Alabama. I imagine they must. I can't confirm it, but it would seem reasonable, right? Wouldn't you want to just break into Sweet Home Alabama if you lived there? Trying to slowly build our roads out a little bit. Make the place look just a little bit nicer. Okay, okay. Yeah, we have lots of roads. We got food coming in. Can we tell, like, how much we eat and how much we make? Yes. We make 6. We eat 13. All right, well, that's knowledge. And as they say, knowledge is power. So I wanted to build some dwarf homes down here. And I think I'm going to have to do this while paused, because the idea of this is thus. Will be blocked by other tiles. See, I think as long as I don't fill that in, that will work. But I do think that this is a very tricky way to make these homes. Because they don't need, yeah, like these are interior walls. That should be able to build. Aha, okay, I think that will work. I can't say for certain if it will, but I think that will work. Fingies crossed. Injuries. Bleeding out in the street. What happened to you, buddy? Bleeding badly. Well, looks like you'll be getting thrown in the pit. Okay, okay. I mean, a lot more people want to start moving in. We're mostly just short on furniture right now. So maybe we accept some more humans. And we increase our carpenter production up to 18. I know that sounds crazy, but furniture is sort of what we need desperately for everything, so. And as long as we have some odd jobbers to pull in everything else. There we go. Guys are bringing back stuff from the hunt. I can always expand the hunter's cabin as well to go further along. Dondorian needs blood transfusion badly. Slightly different vibe of a game, but I hear you. 3 corpses in the mass grave. Man, somebody died and I didn't even notice. Hi. Welcome back, Moni. Oh, here come all the immigration. All the new people into town, and they're just laying about. Bunch of layabouts. Surely there is stuff that they have to move. 1 more dead. Okay, yeah, that's the guy who bled out in the street. Killed in a brawl. Wrongful death. Yep. Okay, how many crates do we get here? 36. I'm going to increase our wood stockpile. And I guess I'm going to increase our stone stockpile right now as well. Though I do feel like the stone is probably going to get stocked down here. And pretty soon, my goal is going to be to start making our hab block design. This is just going to be sort of our central city, but everything else I want to be able to... I have a loose blueprint for a good buildable system, I think. That will make all of our lives easier as things go on. I do need to build our shrine to a minion as well. That's almost the biggest it could possibly be. But I guess if I want to actually keep our design, it has to be this big. So we can start building a shrine. Mines, cannibals. Crap. Furniture, furniture, furniture. What's going on? I feel like we're not making the furniture. Yearly report. We made net 45 food, minus 5 rations, a bunch of stone and wood. We lost 3 livestock. Don't ask me how. We made some fibers, some leather, some furniture. We lost some clothes, and we made humans. Our first year in the bank. Off to a good start. I didn't even realize it. Didn't even look like we hit winter. I guess we're in a pretty temperate place, though, so... As a Michelandiger, specifically a Youper, can confirm we do breakdown in the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. It's like people from, I guess the Canadian equivalent we have of this is, you know, anybody from Nova Scotia, if you sing Barrett's Privateers, they cannot help themselves but sing. Bring back pasties, yum. Only trolls use gravy. Proper Youper lady. Youper is not a term I think I've ever heard, but... Just gonna say Barrett's Privateers, yeah. They can't help themselves. Yay! The lab is up. Now I realize we have not installed the mod that turns off pooping noises, so I will do that in between playthroughs. Because it's not a mod. It's not an effect I care to hear the entire time I'm playing. Believe it or not. I don't love the sound of just constant pooping in my ears. Shocking, I know. Alright, well there's some big trees up there. One of your subjects has become sick. Well, I like how it's like, there's not really anything you can do about this right now. And it's like, okay, well, good luck then, buddy. Grab all this rock. Just laying about. Did this work for these rooms? Cleared, 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 not constructed. Well, I guess they're not in any rush to build those houses, considering everybody has a home. I'm out of workforce. How did that happen? We didn't add that many jobs. In fact, we didn't really add any jobs. We had like 2 plumbers. All right, well, let's have some more humans, some more Dondorians. For now. Housing -4. Well, if you guys just came down here and built these houses... Do I need to build them doorways? That's a question. Structure. Use mountain-specific tools for this. Huh. I don't know. Oh, looks like another Dondorian has been killed in a brawl. Man, these dwarves sure don't know how to fight. You built a market, a hunter, a laboratory, and the shrine. Oh yeah, that's a good shrine to the god of chaos. Poop poop. Would have thought Canadians would spontaneously burst into the lumberjack song. I mean, we do from time to time. I'm more of a log driver's waltz kind of guy myself, but It would scream at you that they had no doors. It doesn't even let you designate houses without them. Oh, okay. Blue line shows internal walls. Right, so it is still trying to put like a door there. So this doesn't work then, hey? If I want to build underground houses, they have to be like the normal shape. What do you do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning? Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to realize I come from Newfoundland. Like, sea shanties, that's in our blood. That's what we do. That's what we do best. All right, we gotta sort out food. We're gonna hit a food problem really soon. Okay, woodcutter. 7 jobs, producing 23 wood a day. We're using 43 from the carpenter. You know what, man? It's a start for now. We can keep pillaging in the meantime. Okay. So, if I was an overlay for moisture, you probably wouldn't be much use to me. So probably right along here. That's where I want to start building the farms. Which makes sense. And will be really easy to dig canals into. So the real question becomes, like, what kind of things do we prioritize? Obviously, husbandry with the onks, I think, is clutch. If we were to make grain farming, we could then perhaps refine that grain into bakery. Basic baking. Wood oven excellence, coal oven excellence. Basic weaving. Yeah, I feel like we've got some stuff there we can work with. Feels odd to be so late building things like onks pastures, but how big can I make you? Wow, pretty darn big is the answer. Moisture 83%. I mean, that takes 200 wood. But this would allow us to have an absurd amount of these guys. Oh, it's going to take a lot more than 200 wood once I build all these little huts. Something like that. 778 wood. But this would supply us with cotton to make fabric out of. Good grief. It's an eternal project. Yeah, I'm starting to think like maybe we just cut it in half for now. How big is this? That's the question, actually, isn't it? You are... Oh, you can actually go bigger. Buy another tile, and then just the tiniest bit. So that's pretty good. So that's 37 by 55. What if we said like 40 by 50, and then we could say actually 40 by 25. That feels much more reasonable. It's only 440 wood. We get 4 of these little huts to put in here. And then we can just duplicate that. Takes 12 workers. I'm gonna go with that. It just feels like a much, much, much more reasonable answer. So food can kind of pile into this warehouse and then down to the markets. We'll have some housing down here. We'll probably end up having another market in here around these guys. Yeah, this worked. Okay, look. Yeah, they made a house out of that. So they just had to wait until their jobs were done. Is basically what was happening there. Thanksgiving, usually the biggest day. Lions and Packers play each other every year. Sports balls. We've had a lot of sports balls chats lately, which have been a good laugh. Boy. And then we're gonna grow mushrooms inside. Oh, we're gonna have to learn how to make mushrooms. You guys like grain. You also like fruit. Dondorans don't care for fruit. What about vegetables? Yeah, you're okay with them. You're okay with them. Dude, what do Dondorans like to eat? Mushrooms. And that's what, it? Sorry, this isn't what they like to eat. This is what they're good at doing. I always mix this up. Bread, meat, mushroom, egg. Meat, fish, mushroom. Okay, so meat and mushroom are the keys then. As well as piva, which is made from grain. Okay, okay. So maybe our grain becomes an alcohol thing. And maybe we live primarily off of just meat and mushrooms. Should I be harvesting this grain then? Maybe. Probably. Realistically, yes. Certainly, it won't hurt us. The sports ball will continue until morale improves. The ideal meal, right? Steak and mushrooms. Yeah, I suppose we're eventually going to need some sort of water feature down here that they can all bathe in as well. I was thinking we could run water sort of down here along the edges of the forestry. So maybe I could build like a pond. Or a pool. You guys like moats. You like ponds. You guys like pools. Well, that's convenient. Now, unfortunately, pool is technology I don't really know how to make, but... Okay, you guys are making 6 meat. I do feel like probably more hunters would go well for us. Because this is going to require a nutso-balutso amount of wood right now. Even with all the stuff we're pulling in. Right? Like, I might as well just chop down every single tree within a 10-block radius. Anything we can get our grubby little human and dwarven hands on right now. Ain't gonna be no shortage of stuff needed there. Posh restaurants, a way of consuming food that offer better tasting fare and a place to sit and socialize. They require herbs to operate and have a slow production of meals. I don't know that I've ever built a restaurant. I do suppose something I could put in here would be a weaver, right? Transforms fabric, cotton, into fabric. Yeah, it's gonna be way too big. Let's see how this works. Poorly, I think, is the answer. Oh? Oh? Actually, maybe okay. And then we add some storage over here. I think we can make sense of that. Now, this is expensive. Extreme temperatures. Make sure you have ways for your subjects to cool down. What I would love to do is say, don't refurbish the room. Suspend jobs. Yeah, cool. So I can plan that out for, like, after. Because there's no point in me building that until we have a steady production of stuff coming in. I don't want them to waste the wood and the blocks and everything else on it. Moisture is only 30% here. Yeah, see, I think running some waterworks is going to be clutch to getting that making way more as well. Canals, culverts. Just so underground. I probably don't need this to go that far. Oh my god, these are expensive to build. But I was basically just thinking that, right? And then I can have the woodcutter sort of edge up to the corner there. I can't believe this, but I think I need to make a bigger woodcutter. We have no delivery men working in this warehouse. That feels like maybe a job that a few people should be working at the very least. Isn't that on auto? Oh, no, I guess it's not. Auto employ. Yeah, you generally don't want to auto employ the warehouses because they get wildly out of control in terms of jobs, so. Quick grill with some barbecue sauce. Think you found your dinner tonight? All right, I have one odd jobber. Okay, so why don't we allow for 40 immigrants, and then I'm gonna say 20 Dondorians right now. So we'll set on auto. A new level has been bestowed upon our name. For having 50 people in the town, we can now build export depots and import depots. Huzzah, as they say. Verily. And I guess we have like a lot of rock we can start gobbling up for these canals, because it's going to take a fair bit. And I am hesitant to expand this, because when we do, it's also just going to shut down the woodcutter temporarily. Which, you know, ain't ideal. Yeah, ironically, that canal did not. If I do that, I assume the canal will automatically fill. I don't know if that's true. It is absolutely not true. Hilarious. So I need to build a pump in order to pump water out of that river. Really? Yeah. All right, well. Live and learn, I suppose. At least we had enough to build all this. How big a water pump am I going to need? Because I'm realizing that's probably something I can make, yeah, much bigger versions of. You know what? We'll just stick with this size for now. And we'll see how it grows. Hopefully it works okay. We're halfway to that pasture. So that's smooth. Smooth and buttery. Ooh, oh, we got no food. We ain't got no food at all whatsoever. I need our lads to go strip the land bare. I mean, there's a ton of food over there. It's just like quite a journey to get to it. All right, well, that definitely means that the hunter expansion needs to be fixed next. That's 4, and we can have 15. You really don't make my life easy on numbers, do you? All right, let's say we were to refurnish this room. And you put like one there. Sorry, one. I guess there. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. $100. Now, you have decided not to build walls. Yes, you have. Okay. There's a door there. There's a door there. Slap a door in there, too. And a door there? I don't know if that one's needed, but... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that makes more sense for it to be there, but that actually lines up with the pathways, so... Blah. This is actually not too expensive to build. So we're going to do that. And then I don't know what that path to exit's gonna be, but assumably we'll just end up building a massive road down that way. Can't just take trenches anymore, needs the pump. Yeah. All right, well, it's built and it will improve all this other stuff. A mass of hunters should also really, because we're like pretty close to the edge of the map, so hunters are actually like kind of effective. I do find sometimes if you build in the center of the map, then the hunters really take their time. The hunters end up being a little bit slow, but we have more than enough furniture for this. For once, we actually have enough furniture to do our things. Hey, and look, snow. I complained about how last winter I didn't actually see any snow on the ground. Now, this time, I do. It's cool. It keeps, I guess because of the torches and stuff that we have in the center of town, it keeps them away. Keeps the snow away. 333 out of 440. And also this pump is working. This pump is definitely working mega overtime right now. Ah. I guess because it's winter, we can't pump through the ice? Interesting that you can remove water, but you can't, oh yeah, you can return water. Okay, there we go. Now they're pumping. Pump, 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 pump it up. 88 out of 82. Well, I guess they need 6 people pumping water. That seems pretty excessive. Yeah, they don't need that many people. Is 1 enough? Looks like it might be. Furniture's for nerds. Man only needs a bed and a place to put a TV or a PC with a gaming console. Oh no. Hunters 4. Hunters 15. Let's go. That's going to produce us some meat. You guys should be on auto immigrate. Not sure why they're not coming in. 21 food. Hey, that's pretty good. We've almost matched consumption. If I can get this built, I suspect we would be able to match consumption. Now, that being said, it does look like all of our livestock have entered the marketplace right now. But I think we can turn them off. I don't know that our guys need all that stuff in the marketplace. Oh, yeah. Okay, so one guy does 25. Looks to be the case on the water pump. So 3 would get us to 75, which I feel like is maybe enough. feel like if I dismantle that, that would do it. And hopefully with the ice, maybe it... I really can't tell whether or not the ice affects the water pump or not right now. Gronks! You may not know it, but we, Gronk of the guild, are not only the mightiest of rulers, but also the most generous. Here is some treasure. We give you $65,000 and also some paper. I mean, I'm not going to say no, Gronks, but Gronks of the Gronks, where do you live? Ah, you're the guild. Oh, you are my only trading partner. At the moment. You are the first to be conquered, in fact. Oh, yeah, look at all these free cities around us. Dudes, we have so much. We got to get a military up quickly. In fact, the fact that we haven't is kind of criminal. I suppose we have been a little focused on not dying. Oh, these hunters are now making 42 food. Okay, well, that actually solves all of our food problem then. And then once we put this livestock into the pasture, which is almost built, we'll have that problem solved. Which leads me to believe our next thing to solve is expanding this woodcutter. I think what I'm going to have to do is actually leave it... That's 25? 25 by 40? You're 25 by 40, aren't you? You sure are. Boom. I don't even think you need that much. Nice. So that's got all its need. This just needs a tiny bit of furniture and some stone blocks, of which we have. So that'll make the furniture, the wood start coming in on a lot more regular basis. I think also those trees will all stay in place, so. And now they also have 100% moisture. So that's very good. Gronk, sports ball player. Gronk is a very good name. Just gonna say. Paper. I guess I have to store that paper now that you have given it to me. Paper. I gotta get better at just right-clicking and not clicking escape every single time and minimizing everything. Or bringing up the menu. Got a weird force of habit. Okay. So some of the Dondarians have moved down here. Somehow this one is still not built, but I guess it's just because, like, there's nothing down here, so there's not really a lot of reason for them to want to be building stuff down here at the moment. I do need them to dig deep. A little bit further here. Because both that stone and that coal is stuff that I want to start pumping out on the regular, and until we excavate that, that's sort of like the key. Yearly report. We've lost some fruit, but we've gained meat. We've lost all of our rations, all of our vegetables. We've gained a lot of stone. We're in and out on wood. Somehow I lost one livestock. Lots of fiber, lots of grain, some leather. We got some more furniture, paper. We lost a fair bit of clothing, and we made some more people. I would say that's generally positive. Oh! I can just right-click and get the answer. Holy smoking backsides. This is not a small coal vein. This is not a small quarry. Can I see all this stuff like that? Hot dogs. That's massive. Wow. Right click as your friend at all times. Seriously. Can I just turn that on as an overlay? I can't, can I? Constantly doing it to find good soil. Ooh. Infertile, fertile, till. Rich soil. Very suitable for farming. What about up here? Rich, till. Rich. Oh, but that's just because of moisture, right? Yeah. So, as long as you move canals, basically, you're fine. So, what I'm thinking here is this would be a masonry shop. How big can a thing get before it becomes a problem? Smithy? Oh, I don't even know how to make a masonry shop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am assuming that underground follows the same rules. Actually, that's a road. So I'm going to try something like that, and that'll be where the mason goes. Ooh, that's so nice. And so mushroom farms, yeah, these have to be underground. They've got the little stone symbol on them. So we're going to need to research mushroom farms, which does mean we're going to need researchers, which we actually can't build. So, let's just try to get our population up. That's the next step. That's how that works. I would like to get my, I want to make sure that we're like good on food before we start hauling in more people though. I guess the thing is like these guys are going to need hearths and markets and all that bric-a-brac down here as well. Labs need the next rank. Yeah. We no longer have enough workers to man all of our workplaces. Aha. Correct. Ergo some. Let's bump you to 60. And let's bump you to 30. Bring them in, lads. There we go. Laboratories unlocked. Ooh, and we get free 25 innovation? How delightful. So I can unlock mushroom farms. Can I also unlock masonry? Question mark. Science, empire, military, administration. Pot making, tailoring. Ah, masonry. I can. Well, I might as well do that. Right. So it's saying I'm out of houses, not because these houses are not... Well, this one's not actually built, but they're so far away that nobody wants to live in them. I ran into this in our last city where all the jobs were, like, too far away. So people would refuse. Hut, hut, hut. Alright, well, there's no question about, like, we're gonna need more houses. So we might as well build some abominations. I like having my city kind of crazy looking. I don't like for everything to be neat and tidy. I like it to have more of this sort of naturalistic vibe about it. It's always made more sense to me to do it this way. Is it the most hyper efficient? No. And did we want to build some hyper efficient hab blocks? Yes. Will we eventually get to that? I hope so. But I guess for the initial starting city, it's going to be a bit more free flow. Oh yeah, look at that immigrant wave. Woo-wee. That's a lot of extra bodies. The mines are going to need their own janitor as well. Yeah. They're also going to need like things like lights, you know? Decorations. Torches. Because right now it is dark as the dungeon. Damp as the dew. Danger is double. Pleasures are few. I suppose I should make this a 4 wide. Now that I think on't. Oh well. Will. Yeah, we can still make sense of that. We can still make sense of that, It's a bit of the old higgledy-piggledy. Maybe just a baby torch there. One of my big problems with this game is I have this terrible habit of pausing when it's really just not necessary. Like, the game is... There's so much going on, and your people are always, like, so overloaded with stuff that you very rarely need to actually be pausing. Things don't move quick enough to warrant it. So, I'm going to bump you up to 10 jobs. You have 84 moisture. That'll keep improving. But you are making, what, 28 logs now. 33 logs. And you guys are using 29! Hot dog. Or perhaps I should say hot log. I'm going to turn you on auto employ because I don't know how many guys you actually need. But this guy will now make livestock. We have like 2 onxes. No, we have quite a few. They're mostly little babies. But they will eventually move up to 37, which is great. Moisture here is 100 P. Yeah, 84%. Yeah, so if I just ran this canal down, which honestly we could just do right now. Run that a little bit further, and that should give you 100% as well. You are going to start producing cotton now, which means we could probably turn this weaver on as well. So why don't we activate this job? You're maxed out on carpenters. You're maxed out on hunters. We have food coming in. Dudes, we're cooking. We're cooking now. We got a temple. We got all the basics we need. We're going to start getting masonry and mining next. And then we can start upgrading into stone houses, which will be a big improvement, not just for maintenance, but also mostly for happiness. Fabrics mean we can start putting like carpets and stuff in our houses, and ideally probably start making clothing. And we're going to need research labs. Where we want them to go is a whole other question. I think our intention was still with, yeah, sort of the Dark Fortress being on this really strong foundation, so that it requires the least amount of stuff. Oh yeah, anything built down here really sucks. This is terrible foundation down here. So anything built down here is going to degrade very quickly. Meaning we really want to be building up into this area with the human town. All right, so that's doable. We'll probably build like research posts and stuff up in this area then. You know, everything is coming into this warehouse right now, but that's good for us. She's in a fine spot, she is. And there's the canal, which bumps your moisture to 86%. Well, I guess it's better. Oh, I see what happened. It shut off that part of the canal. Yeah, so we need one more pump worker. I thought I would leave this open so we could put in a road so that the pump workers could actually, you know, get to where they're going. Felt like that might be a plan. Just give them a little extra way around, you know? I'm sure this would also be beloved by any of our homies who want to come up here and swim. We could put a torch here. We could even put a little double bench. We haven't done a lot of decorating in the city yet, which is something I would like to do more of. Every single one of these is backwards. Which means that one is probably also backwards. It is. The man can't do anything right. No. Gosh dang it. So the sides with the arrows is the sides that they face. Some people that can sit around and actually like watch the speaker this way. I like that vibe. I'm not actually sure about like you and you, because you're technically blocking roadways. Right, like this guy's meant to have a whole row around it. Chaos. Everything is chaos right now. Those are not roads. Man's building fences. Man's building fences when he's meant to be building roads. What is to be done? Pierre, hello, welcome. Come see the scenic water pump. Do not face the actors while they're performing. Yeah, see, look, now they have a nice little spot to rest. They have some lights up here. People can happily come up, go for a little swim. It's very funny that everybody insists on going this way, when I built them a nice road to speed things up. But I guess they're off duty. They can take whatever path they want. There's a little bridge here over the canal. Moisture, 100%, 100%. So you now make 40 wood, and we only use 24? Wow, what a difference that made. Holy smokes. All right, so that woodcutter is going to be busy as heck. There was an injury, and in fact, there were 5 people killed in a brawl. There was a massive brawl in the town square. It's almost all Dondorians. Man, racism is alive and well in our city, let me tell you. It is a tough go for racism in the old corral. Woo racism. No, wait. No, wait, not woo. Not woo at all. Oh, man. Hi-ya-ya-ya. So I think I'm gonna do a little like marketplace right here on the entrance. And then I think I could do like mushroom farms back here. And that way we'll start pulling people down and having them a place to live. A place to live, a place to work, really. Yeesh. I have bad news about our mass grave, and it is full. Deactivate the room, allow the corpses to decompose peacefully. Current cadavers, 9. Okay, so we actually need to just build another mass grave. Yeesh. Alright, well. Make that life, I guess. We'll make this one a little more. Area is too thin in places, and it needs to be at least 3 by 3 everywhere. How about now? There you go. It's a fine looking grave. We're all racist and we're okay. We drink with humans and we beat up dwarves all day. It's a tough go, dudes. We'll see what we can do to ease the plight. Everybody wants to just never take the roads. Everybody wants to calculate the slightly more optimal path. Well, the good news is probably everyone is still very loyal and very happy. 300% happiness. Damn, dude. Humans are having the time of their life. They've never felt this way before. Okay, next stop, laboratory. Step after that, military. You guys are harvesting mushrooms. We're gonna start getting those rocks up. Rocks will help us get us some defenses. I don't know what we need for military. I guess we need all the iron and stuff that's over here. This is a massive iron mine. As is that. This is gonna be where we start bringing in Garamethes, so... yeah. Like, that's going to be the Garamethi slave pits. Internship pits. I mean, you know. They'll have lots to dig. Lots to digs and lots to do. That's going to be really good for them. But I tell you what, why don't we save that for our next episode? As somebody else is also now bleeding out. Yeah, another dwarf. What a surprise. We'll cut this, our first episode here, and we'll come back and have everyone join us in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.